first safe, told him belly fill his tank, run up to the next steak. I get down, I get dirty, catch him on the public. Thinking he gon' get a pass from the slaughter me something. Hungry for it, see an issue and I rub my stomach. Enough paper to make a book, I could get it published. What? You gonna believe me? Think for brown skin, real can see them. Got good, go retrieve it, short, small. When that's from Cali, but the cheetah print out white curve. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time.
I give it all away. You're like my reason for life when my dreams seem so far away. You give me holding I don't fade. I don't wanna go to war. You don't wanna give me peace. I can never leave you alone, even when I'm overseas. If I gotta do a show, you coming with me. Baby girl, you a prime time. I don't care if everybody see. Couple weeks I had to leave, now I'm coming back off road. Tell me you love me and tell me you love me and tell me you love me and don't let me go. Tell me you love me and tell me you love me and tell me you love me and don't let me go.
Nobody, and I don't care about the rest. You're mine. Nobody, and all this taking all this time. You're mine.
Tell me you love me, but no one above me, even when it's ugly and money get low. Trust me, even when it's one thing right after the other, the nerve of these. Miss me, I know it's been 15 long days since I've been away. Tell me you waiting at home with the baby and tell her that daddy's so proud of the way. She teaching her mama and daddy to be more like kids and still handle the biz on the road. Cause I got a dream that I never could sing and say. Excited to see where it goes. I love the environment. I could provide you with just like a writing about you in these songs. You taking me higher, no need for a lighter. The spark of my fire inspired this poem. Gone.
Couple weeks I had to leave, now I'm coming back off road. Tell me you love me and tell me you love me and tell me you love me and don't let me go. Tell me you love me and tell me you love me and tell me you love me and don't let me go.
Nobody.
We are just about 10 miles south of downtown. You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. Today, we continue with a terrific matchup in the divisional round. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. With Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico, and out there is Tyler Loop to get us started. Oh, and he gets it all wrong. Penalty flag's going to come in. Going to mark this one out beyond the 40-yard line. It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Get it! Viking 18!
On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll take this back to the 43-yard line. Draymond Jones able to bring him down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Deputy!
On the play fake, it's Milton. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And he will score. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texas. Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Texans are out to a 7-0 lead here in this divisional playoff matchup.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Real my circle, you can't fit. Don't too many be on some anti. I told her pull up, she asked me do I. Right now I'm fresh as hell, somebody take a flip. Pretty, back to back to back. Gang, back to back to back. Trailing me, back to back to back. Back to 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 back. Back like Rose and Matt Black, my Rover, cha-cha, gon' show you, cha-cha, gon' back to back like Rose and Matt Black, my Rover, cha-cha, gon' show you, cha-cha, they gon' heat me up, I've been trying to keep it cool with these little, they tried to start it, too late, my finger was already on it, call me Shovel Man, she like the way I pull up and I, the 100 times they ask, I be like, I ain't never, all that beating around the bush, homie, said with your chest, got a lot of dog on me, know you probably smell it, like my name, Jody, pull up in the vet, go and check the news, Brody, heard somebody stress, in your feelings by the, better get a grill, tired of getting taxed for that, take a trip, I got right here for show, I make everybody deal, went to visit Granny, she say, what's that poking out your heel, I told Brody walk behind so he can catch me if I slip, she begging me to take a sip, first she drove the boat, then she like a ship, first you load it up, then you empty out the I'm not no button, I no wrinkle clothes, it ain't no pressing me. I got on Vinci, LV, no night, but I got that check on me. If I swing this from left to right, gon' have to check on your homie. Lil' Brun, I'm known for stopping cars, but they be on go for me.
Get a glimpse when I'm out, it's bad luck. I just put 10 mil in the pen, it make me feel better. The passing out deep, I'm cold with the my little young ran an M on the road, he a scammer. Drippin' money cloud, splash, I'm covered in bells. I'm clever, vendettas, raw, whatever. I'm a rebel, but better. If I go better. I pour up, I don't measure. I soon I met her. I leveled up, my bread up. I'm fed up, it's pressure. It's gang, you can't hang. We slamming out whoever. I keep it on, get stuck on. It may say Manjala. Got 2 cribs in Alpharetta, they down the street from each other. I know the spot. My little one, he know the laptop. Shorty having Chris Vick, he a vampire. Camping right in front of your house and start up a campfire. I just did my numbers then from her, this wasn't a landslide. Ain't gonna be no who this shit, I'm spinning back to back. Any say they want that issue, I'm going 50, and then the got arrogant. My natural habit. Back to 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 back back to 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 back back to 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 back back to back to back to back to back to back to back.
Don't get put in that blender. Hold on, who is you? Pat him down before you enter. Don't you hang with the ops talking about he don't remember. Trying to copy what I do. You is not a printer. Cooped up, tooped up, make get they suit touch begging. I ain't even got $2 for you. Roll call when I'm coming with me. No, this ain't jump ball. You can't jump with me. Ballin' jump, man. Touch hands. We about to bump then. Better bang yours. Cause I bang mine. This ain't happen overnight. It take time. You seen a Super Bowl, the cheat code. Game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. What I want for Christmas too. At the same time with me, it's game time. But with you, yeah, it's same time. Hey, keep playing around. around, get your head. Don't wanna live right, well, alright, leave you dead wrong. Ayy, well, okay. I catch story, getting the beats like it's Dre, like the money in the bank. You better play where it's safe. Told him belly fill his tank, run up to the next steak. I get down, I get dirty, catch him on the public. Thinking he gon' get a pass from the slide me something. Hungry for it, see an issue and I rub my stomach. Enough paper to make a book, I could get it published. What? You don't believe me? Think for brown skin, real can see them. Got good, go retrieve it, short, small. When that's from Cali, but the cheetah print out white curve. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time.
We are set for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in the heart of Texas at sold-out NRG Stadium in Houston. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Houston Texans. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson first play, going to throw. And incomplete to open things up.
Man coverage to start the game, and I expect to see a good amount of that. They trust their secondary to hold down the fort and let their pass rushers get home. And that's a good job right on play 1.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And Walker has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Baltimore first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Ravens.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 11 yards there, just like last play. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
No, we changed it.
Throwing is Jackson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
Here we go.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Tracy. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd down and 10.
Here we go. Start. Ready.
To throw, it's Milton. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. Here's Milton now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
19 tight. 19 tight. 60 Eagles. 6 go.
Throwing is Milton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Get up. Cougar 19.
Now Milton. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now it's Tracy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
To throw is Milton. And it's caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
2 yards. It's now 4th and goal.
On 4th down, Milton. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line.
Real quick. You. Hey, Crouch. Hey, Alpha, sit up. Hey. Hey, middle.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. His throw incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Throw caught by Flowers. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. He'll try and throw for it here. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. A first down carry for Henry. Oh, nice move. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll run it again with Henry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. Room past the 35.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Tackled by the cornerback, Derek Stingley. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Jackson now. Got a ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line.
First and 10 at the 27.
Henry up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Texans' 27-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 4th down, on is Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 70 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Texans 7, Ravens 3. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blow.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Tyrone Tracy from 6 yards away. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Henry again on 2nd down. Gets past one man. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Here's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Jackson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Inside the 10. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he stopped immediately there. Another shot from the one on second and goal. Here's Milton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dawson Knox as the first half is winding down. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
But I think a keeper.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 24. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Jackson going to keep it. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now it's Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A real head-scratcher there. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Milton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing left side, it's complete. 23 yards the pickup there.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down.
Hurry! 60 Eagles! Panther 60! Panther 60! Go!
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just a 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Come on. Set.
To throw, it's Milton. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. Nico Collins, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have opened the lead up to 30. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Ravens 3. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing is Jackson. Makes a connection with his running back, Derrick Henry. And he'll get nothing out of that one. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Here's Jackson to throw. And Walker has it. He's across midfield and all the way down to the 41-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Final minute now in the 3rd quarter.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Ravens.
Jackson from the shotgun. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. Down inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 41 yards. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is down to 24.
Ravens 10. Tyler Luke to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Oh, it's tipped, but he still makes the adjustment. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Here's Milton now to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Milton. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
41, Ravens 10. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Now Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Baltimore, 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A handoff running left, Henry. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Jackson now. Well, this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Will Anderson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Jackson.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Ravens on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Jackson going to keep it. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to here in the 4th quarter. Jackson and the rest of the offense staying put. They will go for it on 4th. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Jalen Petrie picks it off. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to goal.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now Milton. Now he'll tuck this and run. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Milton. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Texans continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th.
Ravens 10.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
72 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's 2nd and 3.
Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
It's 4th down.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
A short throw caught by Andrews.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Jackson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. A check down here for Henry. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and goal, Baltimore.
Now it's Jackson. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Luke now for the extra point.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
48, Ravens 17. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
20-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
19.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready?
Throwing is Milton.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Cowboy 80. Ready, go.
On fourth down, Milton. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. And the Texans are moving on as we say so long, everybody.